Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dr. Quack podcast. Got a big show here today. Got a lot of stuff to cover, but I want to thank you all for tuning in. This show is dedicated to Howard Finkel and his recent passing. Really sad. One of the probably the greatest announcer in all of professional wrestling for sure. And new. When he would do that all the time. Yes, that's when you knew you had a champion. We don't have that nowadays, and it's sad to see him go. Also, want to give y'all an update on my cat. My cat is doing better, and he will be home here on Saturday. I'm very happy to have that. I miss my stew, man. I miss my stew. But let me move on down the show here. We're going to first go into the WWE here. Happened on Black Wednesday. 18 wrestlers got released. Isn't that amazing? They've just released people because of the economy. A couple days before, Vince McMahon files bankruptcy with the XFL. No connection there, is there? No. Just a Class B owner, owning, I think it was like 30 some odd percent, 40%, something like that. Wasn't a full 50, I know that. So, yep, got to make cuts, and they've released Rusev. They've released Kurt Angle. They've released backstage, agents. They also released the OC there, the original crew there. Released them. Couldn't believe it. AJ Styles is not happy over it. Believe me. I'm happy for them because they, reports have been coming out that they are going back to possibly New Japan for a while, but they're going elsewhere, and I don't blame them. Once that's done, then we'll see what happens. Maybe they come back. But yeah, a lot of talent just got released, and really sad. Just the guys put their hearts into this, dealing with this pandemic, and they get screwed. Really, really sad here. So Braun Strowman and The Fiend, that's the big setup for the Money in the Bank main event match there. Big championship. Fiend gave him his old mask back, doing on SmackDown. That was interesting in itself. I kind of chuckled. As soon as I saw the box, exactly, I knew what it was. So if you've been following wrestling for the past 10 years, you probably did too. Great news. Jeff Hardy is back. I'm very happy to see that. They're doing a piece on him. They're going to give him a push. He's definitely reliable. If you can, keep him. WWE, keep him. Because he is definitely a workhorse. Going over with SmackDown and stuff, this is kind of wild. Tamina gets her shot to take on Becky to the help of Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans came out there and got involved, and it was a nice forearm shot to the throat. That really just cracked me up. I loved it. I was like, yeah! Because you like to see some contact in your wrestling. That was a great match. I'm glad Lacey helped her out. But Tamina gets to fight Becky. Not Becky, excuse me. Bayley. Too many women, I'm telling you. Too many women can be a problem. We gets to fight Bayley there for the championship. There was some good stuff on SmackDown or some bad stuff on SmackDown. Most part, it looked good to me. I thought it was fine. Things I don't get is these squash matches. Okay? I get it. I'm actually, kind of happy to see them, but with this no fans on the show, and the way they put them in there, it's just makes no sense. Sheamus, of course, beat the crap out of some jobber. Couldn't even tell you his name. He was in wrestling trunks. That's all I remember. And he was talking smack, according to Sheamus. New Day winning the triple threat, winning their matchup. Tag team champions once again. I'm not a big fan of this. Why do we got to keep the belts on the New Day? It's just, come on. Miz and Morrison were really rocking it. Is there more to it? Is there something with the coronavirus? What is the deal? Just really shocking here. Yes, I'm relaxing at home right now if you can't tell. So if I lean back, that's what I do. Why? The Miz and Morrison were getting pushed, and it was a good heel tag team. We need that. Especially you got two babyface tag teams, it just helps. But of course, they put on the New Day. Here, let's walk around with our unicorn. Yeah. We've seen it, dude. We've seen it. New Day rocks. I get it. New Day rocks. Okay. Of course, they're going to try to... They're trying... WWE is trying to stay right there on the line. They don't want to have to push too high, too low, so that way until this coronavirus is over, they're not going to do too much extreme stuff. Not much. Dana Brooke getting her push. I'm very happy for her, beating Naomi. Dana Brooke is a talented worker, and she looks the part. Like, she looks like a good worker. Got the body, got the build. It'd be nice to see what she does against Shayna and Asuka and Nia. All three of them in the Money in the Bank match. She's in there as well. Oh yeah, big thing now. I want to break down something here. A couple things have came down. The WWE is not allowed to mention Roman Reigns, according to reports. I've seen this a lot all over. I've seen this through WrestleMania, through PI Insider, and many others. I've seen where they've said no mention of Roman Reigns on television. I mean, that's your moneymaker, man. I don't, some people think they might be trying not to get, fans' hopes up on him coming back, but they're not allowed to mention him, so don't expect any kind of update on him for a long while. Hope he's safe. Hopefully he's, self-quarantining himself, because he needs to. I mean, with the remission and everything. Also, Money in the Bank. This is where it's trippy. It was going to be in Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore. No, not anymore. It is now at the WWE headquarters. And instead of wrestling in a ring, they're going to start at the bottom of the headquarters. WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. They're going to start at the bottom and have to walk their way up and get their way up all the way up to the roof to retrieve the Money in the Bank briefcase for men and women. It'll make an interesting take. I'm interested to see it because it's something new. But, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm hoping it turns out for the good. And by the way, folks, yes, we just had these major issues going down. Talking about the taping of the WWE. They're going to do a couple live shows for each show, like this week and next week for Raw and SmackDown. And next week for NXT, I believe. I think it's this. No, I'm sorry, this week for NXT. After that, they're going to tapings. They're going to tape the episodes here, so they're not going to be live. And what can you do? So it'll be interesting. I mean, AEW has their slated already taped up there. They have their shows already taped up until the 23rd of May. That is according to reports. So it'll be interesting to see what everybody does, because Florida is an essential state for sports entertainment. So that could be both where they run at. And then we might see some competition. Well, I don't know how much competition, but we'll figure that out. It's coming. Don't worry. As the country now finally gets to phase one, they're trying to get to phase one where they can allow people to go out instead of sitting at home for weeks on end and losing their mind and spending money on food, because who needs to spend money on a car anymore? You don't go to work. People are mad that they have to go back to work. People are mad that they're not at work. People are just mad. They're going crazy. But it's okay, That's why I make my episodes. Believe me, it's been tough. I get it for everyone. It is not an easy thing. Hopefully we'll be back to the normalcies of American life. I'm not expecting it too soon, though. I hope I am wrong. I hope that we are back in May 1st, and I hope everything's kind of coming back to normal. I don't expect it. I really don't. I'm expecting more towards, June, early June, mid-June. So we'll see what happens here. I know they're trying to change things to the point where, everybody's allowed to go. These phases, there's like 6 phases or whatever, 3 phases. Basically, to get people to walk out in normal life without a mask, it's going to be a long time. That's my biggest thing. Now I'm switching gears here. I want to talk about the NFL draft, because that is this Thursday, which I am very excited. I will be watching. Okay, this is going to be an interesting draft because, look, all you have is you don't have pro days. All you have is the combine. So if you didn't try out at the combine and talk to the coaches, what else could you have done? You might have had a video conversation. You're not able to do a pro day, not able to do a tryout. They're not able to see you, not able to ask you too many questions. It's pretty much luck of the draw when it comes to the draft. It's how much have you been following that person for it to mean, hey, I'm going to pick that guy. I mean, if you've only been watching for 30 minutes, guess what? You're not going to have a real clue. You're going to be stabbing in the dark. You might get it right, but you'll be stabbing in the dark. So this is my top 10, okay? My top 10 picks here for the draft. And I think somewhere between 3 and 9, I expect a trade, especially from the Patriots, to come up and get a quarterback. That's my guess. Okay, number 1, I got Joe Burrow. Pretty obvious there if you've been following. Cincinnati's going to take him. Excuse me. Chase Young, probably the best edge rusher in the draft. They're going to take him. Washington's going to take him. You know, Rivera loves his defensive players. I don't expect any less. Derek Brown. This is where I think the trade's going to happen because I can see it. There's a lot of people that want quarterbacks, and Tua is a big factor on this. You know, Derek Brown, I see him coming, you know, in their third for the Detroit Lions unless there's a trade. All right, Tristan Wirfs over there for the Giants, the offensive tackle. Needs somebody to protect that new quarterback. Tua Tagovailoa. Yes. You know, I think Miami takes him if he is still on the board. If the Patriots or somebody else has not traded up, there's been rumors all over this. You know, and I think that starts the domino effect. I think Justin Herbert gets number 6 over at San Diego. They need a quarterback. Jessica Kuda, he's going over there, number 7. Carolina. Jedrick Williams, the Cardinals probably take offensive tackle. Need something probably to protect Kyler Murray. This is more, I think, that, you know, I've been looking at a lot of people's picks, you know, and I think this guy is going to move up into the top 10. And I'm going about Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, in my opinion, is the top receiver. I've been saying this since I've seen him a few years ago. He is going to be something special. And I think, you know, the Jaguars, they maybe just land right in his lap. Go with the mustache there. Yeah, mine's gone. You like that, by the way? Yeah, see him at 9 going there. Number 10, Mekhi Becton there, Cleveland, offensive tackle. I can see that going down too. A lot of protection in this draft because nobody wants to really go, you know, jumping in 2 feet on somebody. They want to play the safe card. You know, and I just want to give a couple more thoughts here. XFL, you know, this really saddens me, man. I love that league. A lot of people did not. A lot of people did not want to give it a chance. But it was great in between the NFL season. It was something worth watching. I really enjoyed it. You know, and it's gonna suck. I hope they come back. I hope they do. You know, they laid off all their employees. You know, but I hope they come back. Movie of the week. Movie of the week. If you haven't watched this movie, and if you have watched it before, go ahead and watch it again because it's still one of the best. You know, and that's The Gladiator. Russell Crowe. I mean, Jesus, the general who became a slave, the slave who became the gladiator. You know, that was awesome stuff right there. That was one of the best movies you could ever watch, in my opinion. Truly a movie of its time that's long-lasting. But that's all I got, folks. Ain't got a huge show, but I felt like talking about a few things, you know, bringing people up to speed. Hopefully we'll be out of this coronavirus soon. I'd love to go back out and do some regular stuff like I used to do, like drink a beer at a bar. People miss that. I know I do. Thank you all for tuning in. If you can, like, share, subscribe to this video. I really would appreciate it. I love my views, and if I can get my fans to show that they love this, that'd be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, and I'm out.